It's Week 11 of the National Football League, and our focus is on George Pickens. He comes in second in the NFL in touchdown receptions. It's the Steelers and the Saints, and it's coming up next.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? If I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Throwing to start the drive, Lambert. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
So the Steelers now in great shape to begin their initial possession. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Play action. It's Fields. Got a man here. It's Bryant. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They hand this off to Harris, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up.
That's good hard running right there on first and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Here we go.
Again, it's Harris, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
And how nice is it to have a guy like Najee Harris in the backfield when you get down near the goal line? He can use his 230-plus pound frame to just get you those tough yards, and he finishes things off here with a touchdown run.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Saints offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game as you take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards by a running back, and he's right there in the mix. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now is they go back out on a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. A first carry down. This is Alvin Kamara. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. You look at this Steeler defense. They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
An absolute shutdown game for them. And watching the game film preparing for this one, the people tried to run it against him, nowhere to go. Tried to throw it, couldn't complete any.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Alex Highsmith in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right. Accelerating, and off he goes. Najee Harris. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris with career touchdown number 128. He's now tied with Marvin Harrison for number 9 on the all-time list. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boswell for the... And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. You look at this Steeler defense. Well, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Yeah, they just held them to a field goal. So to them, that was an almost complete performance because, you know, when you really shut someone out, that's complete. But that's pretty darn good, isn't it?
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Alex Highsmith. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here's Ryan Rico now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll take it at the 42. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10.
Here we go. All right.
They'll try the left side. Corbin, and this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talked about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Here we go tonight. All right.
On 3rd down, Corbin shoves him away, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Here we go. Good night.
On 1st down, Corbin. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Here we go.
Fields. And this is caught. It's Bryant, and it's a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Off play action. Lambert sliding out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. T.J. Watt charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken around the 12. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steelers offense and quarterback Justin Fields heading back out there. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his impressive season total as you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes at this point in the season. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their 1st, and that's caught inside the 35. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Steelers continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point now by Boswell. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with him punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And his throw here's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here we go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Here we go.
They'll try the left side. Corbin. Powering his way forward. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you talk about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
His 7th rushing touchdown on the year, number 8 overall. And the Steelers have taken a 5-touchdown lead. So this now 34-0 with the extra point pending. And Charles, I thought these guys might have the advantage coming in, but I didn't expect this.
Well, I'm glad we're going with full transparency here because I didn't either. I thought we might be looking at a 24-20 type game, maybe 13-10 at the half. But this has been total, utter domination.
Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
How does the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here?
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Olave holds it in.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A 5-yard pass on 1st down and another 5-yard connection there. Looking to throw. Lambert. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Yep. This to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. That one covered pretty downfield and knocked it away.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
The Steelers offense and George Pickens set to take over again. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Here we go, son.
2nd and 10. Fields now to throw.
And that will be
complete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here we go. All right.
Here's Fields. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Here we go, son.
Back to throw. Fields.
He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
George Pickens
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Steelers would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and the route is on here in this first half.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, and it's the Ravens who have the lead in that one. Big Derrick Henry with a couple of touchdown runs. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Carolina Panthers.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And he's putting together some kind of campaign. Currently second in the NFL in touchdown receptions among wideouts.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Now it's Fields.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a handoff up the middle. Corbin. Oh, and now some space to operate. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Steelers have got it on cruise control. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Operating from the gun, Lambert. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Alex Highsmith
Getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here comes the Saints punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line.
This offense making its way back out, led by their wide receiver. And he was pretty much unguardable in that first half. You see the numbers there as they try to add to him here in this third quarter.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
The partner is still in the third quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the fourth quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. All right.
They'll try the left side. Corbin.
There he goes again.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season.
And the Steelers are pouring it on. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Larry Ogunjobi drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here comes the Saints punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and that will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Don't jump. Ready? Up, up, up.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Right.
To throw is Fields.
Away and incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
Right.
Off play action, Fields. Going across the formation, he finds Freiermuth.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Pat Freiermuth.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Steelers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Boswell for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Throwing to start the drive. Lambert. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So nothing doing there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw. Lambert. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Alex Highsmith. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Here comes the Saints punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Here we go.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Baron Browning, the one who brought him down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go, side. All right.
On play action, Fields. Across the formation, he hits Austin. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Here we go, side.
They'll try the right side with Harris. Fighting. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Extra point now by Boswell. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Well, now how about this return? And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing to start the drive. Lambert. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now 3rd down and very long.
Let's go now. Check.
Looking to throw. Lambert. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Alex Highsmith. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Angel. Here we go. Side.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Completes it to Austin. And he was able. One tackle, but could not get away from there. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This is 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Right.
Here's Fields. He's got it. Hit the Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Tonight.
Now Fields.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
And he returns this to the 22. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
T.J. Watt able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. 3rd and 19.
Back to throw.
Lambert.
And the pressure gets to him again.
Keanu Britton.
He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Steelers, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week.